Okay guys, I am now standing in my craft room as it is right now. This is where I'm at. All week I have been painting, and more painting. I need you guys to help me decide which knobs I should use on the drawers. The colors of my craft room are going to be mint green, gray, white, and peach. And I didn't know if I should go with the classic crystal knob, just a clear one, or should I just add a little bit of color and put the peach knobs on. So leave a comment below to let me know which one you like better. And I think I love the way the drawers turned out. I have to do a little bit of touch up on it because when I pulled off the masking tape, a little bit of the paint came off, but I'll do that. And inside of the drawers, I think they came out wonderful. I lined them with a nice wrapping paper that I had, and I just truly love the way everything came out with this dresser set. Okay, so one of the things I want to do in my craft room is to have my quality time here. And what quality time is for me is every morning I get my tablescape or my trablescape. I set up a nice tray and I spend the first 30 minutes of my day by myself, either meditating or having my devotion and thinking about how I'm going to start my day off. And I love that time. I have my tea and everything, so I needed a little table to put my tray on when I come down here. And so I found this at a thrift store a while ago, and I was going to use it as a sign. I wanted to do a chalkboard paint, but I didn't. But it also flips into a small table, so this would be perfect to set my tray on. So I'm going to, repurpose this and doctor it up, and it's going to kind of look like this. I love the queen bee, and I love this laurel wreath. So I'm going to paint this white, and I'm going to transfer this image onto that table, and I'm going to take my logo, the crown part with the scissors going through it, and put the little queen bee at the top. These words won't be on it, but it'll just be this piece and my logo transferred to this tray, and then every morning I can come down and enjoy my quality time. So the next thing I want to do is put up some personalized artwork. And last year I made my sister this wonderful frame, and it basically, I got the saying from a mug in Walmart, but the mug was absolutely ugly, and she doesn't drink coffee or tea, but I thought making her a nice piece of artwork would be good. And what it says is, my sister is like a great bra, supportive, never leaves me hanging, makes me look good, and is always close to my heart. And so I made that. I did the hanger out of some fluoro wire, and then I just kind of wrapped the bra in burlap. And that little insert in where the wording is, that little frame came from the dollar store, and I stuck that on there. And that was perfect for her, but she's not a crafty person, so she said she felt the same way about me, and she wanted to give me one, but she asked me to make my own. So what I'm going to do is make one that actually reflects my personality, so we can have matching pieces of artwork, so we can think about each other when we're far apart. So I had this frame for a while in my craft room. I got it from an estate sale for $5. I'm going to fix it up, and I'm going to make mine look a little bit more like this, Victorian style with the, a lot of the velvet and the lace and the frilly, girly type stuff. So I'm going to paint this white, put in some velvet fabric, and make me a really girly type bra and put my saying in. And so that will be my special personalized artwork for my craft room. Okay guys, here's another piece of artwork, and this piece of artwork is actually going to flank that big old dresser that we made. And I couldn't believe, I totally forgot I had these huge scissors that I bought about 10 years ago, dreaming of a craft room. And if you all remember my logo, it's a crown with a pair of vintage scissors going down the middle of it. And these kind of look just like that. So I'm going to spray paint these the color of my craft room. I think I'm going to do a nice gray, and then I'm going to highlight these in with a little bit of silver. And I know you see this ugly frame. I collect ugly frames, but I make them beautiful. I'm going to put in some peach velvet fabric in here because, the colors are peach. And then I'm going to spray paint this, gray color, and I'll have this scissor here, and then above it I'm going to use my silhouette to print out a vinyl saying that that says Carrie is sew, but instead of sew, S-O, I'm going to put S-E-W. So Carrie is so very. And that will hang, you know, on the far wall. And I think that would be really, really cute. Okay, now another little funky piece that I found while I was out thrifting was this larger than life shoe. And originally I was going to use it, I'm actually still going to use it for a party to put little dessert shooters and drinks at the bottom of it. But, you know, once it's finished, I'm actually going to put it in my craft room, and I'm going to use it to store on these little steps here. I'm going to put nail polishes, because one of the other things I'm going to use down here in my craft room is make it like a spa / nail salon. And so I'm going to have some nail polishes here, and then at the base where the front of the shoe is, I have these Old Spice jars that I've cleaned out, and I'm going to actually spray paint those to match the craft room and put in my little glitters and little buttons and little notions that would fit in here. The bottom I'm not going to spray paint. I'm going to leave glass so I can just lift it up and see what's inside, so I can know what's in there. And then on the top I'm actually going to label what's in there, and this will all be spray painted to coordinate with my craft room. And I just think this is a really fun, cute, girly conversation piece, and it's a great use of displaying items. So here's another piece that I found in our garage. This is a mail sorter, and we use this when we used to have our restaurant delivery franchise, and our drivers used to come and pick out whatever apartment complex that they were going to market in that day. So I figured this would be very good use to put in my papers and stuff for, like, you know, cardstock and different things like that. So what I'm going to do is rip off the black bars and paint those white, and then just put some washi tape that matches, some mint green washi tape, and put the different labels for the different papers that are going to go in there. And another good thing is my husband, my wonderful husband, he actually built doors to go onto this particular unit. So I'm going to have some really nice doors that have some, you know, trim on it, and they're going to be painted out to actually match the rooms. Okay, so the next big thing I needed to address in my craft room was fabric. I have fabric, tons of fabric. I have scraps of fabric, yards of fabric, fabric on bolts. So I went to my local Joann's, and they let me have the cardboard forms that they use for fabric, the ones I didn't have, and it will give you as many as you need. So I collected about 100 of these, and I'm going to be wrapping a lot of fabric. So any fabric that's more than a yard, I took some washi tape and I put it on the front. I wrapped the fabric, and I'm actually going to use my label maker to print out a label, and the label is actually just going to have the amount of yardage that, you know, that particular fabric is, and then also the width of the fabric, because fabrics come in different widths. So I need to know what the width is, so I'll know what to, you know, use it for. And so now that I have this solution, I can just actually stack everything neatly into my fabric closet, and everything will look really nice and put together. Okay, the next piece of fabric I needed to address was bolts of fabric. Now I have a lot, maybe not a lot, but more than most bolts of fabric, and I needed a solution as to how to store this. So what I came up with, I came up with this idea, and my husband said he is going to build it for me. So just kind of visualize what I'm trying to say. I know I might lose a few of you, but here is my concept. Think about a spool of thread. I want my husband to make me a giant spool of thread about 6 feet tall. And so he's going to get a cement form that's really tough cardboard. I don't know if you know what cement forms are, but they come in like 15-foot lengths. We're going to cut it down and put 2 little tops on to make it look just like a spool of thread. And they come in, you know, different widths. We're going to pick a width that's 16 inches because that will fit all of my bolts of fabric. And just imagine it looking like a spool. I'm going to take yarn and wrap it all up like a spool. I'm going to put a top on the top and a bottom on the bottom with a Lazy Susan. So my fabric is going to be called a bolt fabric dispenser. And what it's going to do, it's going to spin. So when you come into the room, my craft room, it'll look like I just have a giant, spool of thread. But when I turn it, on the back of it, imagine this being cut out. This would be kind of cut out halfway, and I can just tuck my spools of bolts of fabric down in there. So when I want a bolt of fabric, I just pull the bolt of fabric out. When I finish, I will spin my thread back around and you will never know that it's there. So I can't wait. I'm so excited for this project to be done. So I'm going to have my very own fabric bolt dispenser. Okay, so now the final thing that every craft room needs is a mannequin form. And I did not have enough space in my craft room just to, put a mannequin form because it would have just been for decorative purposes. And my space is really small and I needed to make every inch count. So while purging and cleaning out my craft room, I found this 3-tier stand that I had. I purchased it from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago on the 80% off sale. Got it for a few bucks. And as I looked at it, I said, you know what? This looks like it could be the perfect mannequin stand because the feet on the bottom kind of, go out and look like some of the mannequins that I see. So it could be a mannequin stand and serve as a storage piece also. So what I plan to do with this 3-tier stand is to do the following. I'm going to have this little broken off piece of from another mannequin that I had. It fell and broke. I'm going to take that piece, and I have this craft mannequin that was in my craft room. I was going to do something with her and never did. So now she's going to sit atop of that, and then I'm going to take these finials that I got a bunch of these off clearance. They're actually lamp finials, but they're really cute, and they make great handles for like boxes and stuff when you want to decorate and update your boxes. So I'll stick that all together and I'm going to dress up my craft mannequin to match my craft room, and I'm going to spray paint this stand to match the craft room, and it'll be wonderful. So this is my version of a mannequin, and I'm also going to put in some different different containers. These right here are actually really good. This is the limited edition vanilla wafer sticks you can get out of the dollar store. I eat these every morning with my my quality time. I'm going to spray paint these, and I'm going to put in little craft items that I have, and imagine spray painting those appropriate colors. And I'm not going to have a finial this big sitting on the top, but imagine a little teeny diamond on the top, and I can just pull that off, and these will just be beautiful cans lining around there. And then I'm going to put larger cans in the bottom. And so now I have a functional mannequin for my room, and I'm so happy because no craft room should be without a mannequin. Okay, everybody, here is my mess. This is my dirty little secret. Here's all the stuff and junk that came out of my craft room that needs to be sorted and put away. Now, for any of my organizational gurus out there, and I know there's quite a few of you, I'm going to really need your help because I'm stumped as to how to organize some things. The question is, do you organize by collection or do you organize by type? For example, I have a collection of Lionhead servingware, the soup bowls, the tureens, and the salt cellars. I'm wondering, do I keep all of that together as one thing, or do I just take soup tureens? I have the Lionhead soup tureens right here, and another soup tureen, over there. Do I just keep all of those together as a group so when I want soup, I know where to go? Or again, I have another collection of, this gray cake plate with the platter and the bowls, and the other half is in another place. But do I keep that together or do I separate it into bowls or, all the cake plates going together? I'm really confused as to how to do it. So if you guys could leave comments as to how you organize your items, that will kind of help me along when I'm trying to put all of this stuff in its proper place. So, again, thank you for watching. As I complete these crafts, I will be posting them on my Facebook page. I won't be making another video regarding my craft room until my craft room is actually complete and ready for a tour.